What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be doing an article review from Seeking Alpha. We got some interesting points and topics and things like that to cover, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so super interesting article to discuss today. Top trade now, long platinum. So that basically this article is talking about how platinum is a long-term play, so to speak, and it discusses some interesting points that I'm going to talk about and discuss with you all. So basically, in summary, what this article is going to be talking about is platinum supply-demand fundamentals are bullish. Depreciating US dollar is another positive catalyst. Platinum is relatively undervalued to other assets. All three of those things are very true, and they all help platinum in the long run. Keyword long. It's not going to get you rich quick, but it is a long-term play, and it's a good long-term play in my opinion. So basically down here, we're going to get into the bulk of the article. It says here, the World Platinum Investment Council just released a very bullish supply-demand dynamic for platinum in the most recent report, stating global economic recovery sees demand for platinum grow in Q1 with third consecutive annual deficit expected in 2021. We've talked a lot about the deficit on this channel, and the deficit continues to grow and demand continues to grow as well, right? The demand and deficit, funny enough, are both technically down. However, the demand is not as down as much as platinum. So in easier terms to understand, demand is outstripping the deficit and it's causing the price to go up. Here it says the fourth consecutive quarterly deficit posted in Q1 21, negative 19 KOZ, with third consecutive annual deficit of 158 KOZ forecast for 2021. That is a huge deficit, right? Platinum is needed, and yet it's just not as available as it is needed, right? That has a lot to do with where it's mined in the world and how limited the mining is and how difficult it is and just cost analysis and things like that. But as the price goes up, that gives more incentive to mine more platinum, right? But platinum is already one of the rarest metals on Earth, so it's not like the world is going to continue producing it. It doesn't produce it at all. The theory is it came from asteroids or whatever, but realistically, the world only has so much. So here it says platinum supply recovers, although not yet to pre-pandemic levels. So the supply has gone up a little bit, and that much is obvious, but it hasn't increased to pre-pandemic levels. And realistically, the deficit hasn't gotten better, right? So the supply may go up, but because of everything that went on last year, the deficit's going to be around for a long time. Demand growth driven in particular by industrial, automotive, and jewelry sectors as global recovery gains momentum. So as the economies start to get a little bit better and start opening up, more need for platinum will increase, right? So that will keep holding the deficit down or back, I guess. Deficit up? I don't know. I get confused with the terminology sometimes, but basically the deficit isn't going to go away anytime soon, especially given the market opening up. Platinum's use in green technology sees investment demand remain strong. So that is another key point that I've mentioned a little bit on this channel, but not a whole lot. All of the sort of green technologies and green movement or what have you, they are seeking ways to implement platinum to be used in their technologies. And realistically, platinum has already been used to make the world greener, so to speak, if you really think about it, because of its use in autocatalysts. It's used to filter emissions, to help reduce pollution and things like that. So it's already been proven to be useful in that manner, and I think more uses will come out as time goes on. Down here, it talks about platinum as a hedge against the US dollar depreciation. So as a precious metal, platinum has been negatively correlated with the US dollar. Given the US macro situation with respect to rising fiscal deficit, increase in money supply, US dollar is likely to continue to depreciate. Many people in the stacking community believe that to be very much true. I myself as well. There's just too much printing going on. And the US dollar is just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. It's a sad sight to see, though, to be honest. It's not what any stacker should really want to happen. We shouldn't want the US dollar to depreciate, but it's looking like it's just going to keep depreciating, and the current administration isn't too worried about it. So it doesn't look like things are going to change, at least anytime soon. And by the time they are able to change, it may already be too late. I mean, unfortunate as it is. So this has been a primary trend since March of 2020. Further, global post-pandemic reopening is also likely to strengthen commodity-based currencies such as Australian dollar against US dollar. Now, that's an interesting point. Strengthening the Australian dollar against the US dollar. That's not something I had really considered or thought about much being a stacker. But, foreign currencies could combat the US currency, right? Which has been proven to be the strongest overall. Funny enough, it's not the most valuable. The British sterling pound has the highest exchange rate, but the US dollar has always been believed to be the strongest. However, that could cease to be the case if things continue the way they are. Australia has been known to be a very free country and a very kind of open-ended country, and they're an interesting case study for sure. So, thus, this provides another positive catalyst for platinum. Here's the chart showing the correlation between platinum and the Australian dollar since March 2020. The correlation is positive and very high, ranging between 0.7 and 0.9. So as we can see here on this comparison chart, very interesting stuff, right? It looks like it dipped down to about 6.65 all the way up to 0.95. So it stayed pretty consistent, and they've kind of moved hand in hand. Interesting stuff for sure. Relative valuation. Platinum is cheap. So I've talked about a lot on this channel as platinum is undervalued. It used to be as valuable as gold. Everywhere you look, when you see someone talking about platinum, that's one of the first keys they like to point out is platinum was at one point worth more than gold and could potentially be there again. And that is one thing us platinum stackers have been holding out for, is the ultimate valuation of platinum reaching over the price of gold, which it very well could be. It says here, platinum is relatively cheap compared to all real and financial assets. Most importantly, platinum is trading at a significant discount to gold. Normally, platinum trades at a premium to gold, as it's the rarest precious metal. Note the chart below, which shows the ratio between gold and platinum. From 2012 to 2014, the ratio was mostly below 1, indicating platinum was more expensive relative to gold. Since 2016, the ratio has been rising in favor of gold, culminating in the March of 2020 when gold was 2.4 times more expensive than platinum. Good gracious almighty. 2.4 times more expensive. I remember that. It was last March. I remember platinum went down to the 500s, guys. It was just for like a day or two, but it went down to $592 or something crazy like that. And gold held strong at $1,500 an ounce. So I guess the greatest gap was actually 2.4 times. So there was a point in time where you could buy 2.4 ounces of platinum for the price of gold. That is insane, right? And that just keys in on my point. Platinum is undervalued, right? It's going up in value. It could reach gold, right? It doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon. And to be honest, if you bought platinum in March, you really ended up on the right side of things, right? A lot of people bought silver. I bought silver in March, right? I went to my LCS and I bought $30 in Merc dimes for like $10 face value. That was insane. I went there day of the crash and bought $30 face value in Merc dimes. And so for $10 face value, now I could go and sell them for $20 face value. So I doubled my money there. Platinum, on the other hand, I've also kind of doubled my money. I bought an ounce of platinum. It was the Queen's BCL. I got it for $711. And I could sell it easily for right around $1,400 at the current time. So interesting stuff for sure. However, at current value of 1.53, so it looks like right now at the current recording of this video or the current writing of this article, platinum is sitting at 1.53 ounces for every ounce of gold. It could be easily argued that platinum is at least 50% undervalued relative to gold, assuming the price parity. So that's interesting. That's interesting for sure. Down here, we get into the basic technical analysis. Here's the chart for the platinum since March 2020. Platinum has been in a steady uptrend, tracking the 50-day simple moving average. Since March 2021, platinum has faced the resistance in the area $1,250 to $1,300 an ounce. We've seen this consistently for quite a while. Technically, the resolution to the current technical situation will be either a sharp breakout above the $1,300 resistance or a sharp pullback to the $200 DMA, which corresponds to about $1,000 an ounce. So we haven't seen below $1,000 an ounce in, I don't know, close to, well, actually, it wasn't until about December that we saw over $1,000 an ounce. But it's been about 6 months. 6 months we've been over $1,000 an ounce, and that is really pretty because I bought a lot of platinum before $1,000 an ounce territory. So good stuff for sure. We could see the same thing happen this year by year. You know, we could see an actual trend of year by year increasing of $100, $200 per ounce of platinum. So if you bought platinum today, who knows? Maybe $1,500 spot price next March. I don't know. I don't like to make predictions like that. I don't like to tell people that this is what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Given the previously discussed supply, demand, fundamentals, the US dollar depreciation trend, and the relative value, I am bullish, the writer of this article, on platinum and expect a breakout and the uptrend continuation. I could see it too. I could see an uptrend continuation for the next, I don't know, solid 5 years, right? We could see an extra $100, $200 an ounce year by year for the next 5 years. And that would be really, really good looking, I must say. Down here, it gives the ultimate risk. So this is what the writer of this article believes as the risks involved in investing in platinum. Again, I'm not a financial advisor myself. I'm just a guy who likes sharing my opinions, thoughts, ideas, and things that I find on the internet with you people. So platinum has notoriously low liquidity during any type of market volatility. That much is true. Gold and silver are more liquid, and it's much easier to get your money back out of it. Now, I want to mention something. If you sell in a secondhand market, it's not that hard to get your money back out of platinum. If you go to your LCS, he's going to give you a base price, right? Silver or gold, he might pay spot. Platinum, he might pay 5, 10, 15% below spot. So he's going to pay a little bit less because it's harder to sell, and the refiners give less if he does end up turning it over to the refinery. That's exactly what my LCS does. That's what I assume most LCSs do, and things of that nature. Same thing with online dealers. If they buy platinum from you, they're going to pay less for your platinum than they would gold or silver. It's just the way it is, and that's just how it is. So it is a little bit more riskier involved, as this article mentions in this section of the article, that there is risk involved. So thus a potential sell-off in the overvalued stock market, SPY, will negatively affect platinum. Okay. Inflationary shock causing higher interest rates could also negatively affect platinum. That could very well happen as well. So that is a risk we need to take into account. Even a cryptocurrency related sell-off could negatively affect platinum. And that's an interesting point that the writer of this article makes. And one thing I want to mention is I don't like to compare precious metals to cryptocurrency. I think platinum will have value till the end of time. I'm not sold on crypto. Maybe you are, and that's cool. But I do see the similarity in platinum and crypto in that some people do buy the platinum to see potential increases, whereas gold and silver are much more of a slow and steady, right? Now, I see platinum more as slow and steady, but a lot of people don't. So if there's a sell-off in crypto, it could mean that the same people with similar mindsets could end up selling off their platinum or platinum mining shares or what have you. And so that could cause a price to go down. So there is, overall, guys, there is some risk investing in platinum, and there's risk in investing in anything. Silver, gold, you name it, there's risk. But I like how this article does mention these things, so that is a good thing to take into account. So down here it says, note of caution. As mentioned, platinum can be extremely volatile due to low liquidity. Thus, only experienced traders, accredited investors, and institutional investors should attempt to trade platinum. So institutional investors, if you are a stacker, you kind of fall into that category, in my opinion. You know what you're doing, or at least you should. And if you don't, take a look at all of my other videos. do your own research, Google articles, find information for you to learn more about it. Teach yourself if you don't have someone to teach you. Make sure that you know what you're doing before investing in platinum, obviously. These traders can take full advantage of extreme opportunity in platinum via platinum futures contracts, which carry significant leverage and additional risk. Individual investors can diversify their portfolios by investing a small percentage in the platinum ETF, PTLT, or even platinum miners. So I will provide updates on the platinum trade and share some of my other ideas, so follow if interested. And I will be linking the article down below. As you can see here, this is the writer of the article. It's also listed at the top right here on the left. But at the end of the day, guys, this is an interesting article, kind of giving some pros, some cons, some risks, and some future outlooks for platinum. Overall, I really enjoyed kind of reading this article, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below on what you think of this. I will, like I said, be linking the article down below in the description below in case you want to check it out for yourself. At the end of the day, guys, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who enjoys stacking platinum as a precious metal, and I see the value in it as a whole. So with all that being said, be sure to hit that like button on your way out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. And until next time, guys, we will see you.